If you've been paying attention to AI lately, you've probably noticed something a little strange. The companies getting the biggest attention are not always the ones with the flashiest demos or the loudest marketing tools. A lot of real winners are the ones that get wired directly into how businesses actually operate day to day. That is the idea I want to talk about today, because once you understand that concept, it becomes a lot easier to spot which technology companies might still have a long runway ahead of them. And right now, Palantir is one of the clearest examples of that idea in the entire market. Today, we are talking about a stock that has absolutely exploded over the last year, and that stock is Palantir. In this video, we are going to take a look at the company's most recent announcement, break down why the stock keeps getting so much attention from the investors and onlookers, and look at the newest partnership that is adding fuel to the story, and then go over what it would actually take for Palantir to reach a much higher level from here. If you enjoy the video, drop a like down below, and if you want to see more content like this one, make sure to subscribe. Palantir is trading around $134.09 right now dollars, with a market cap of about $344.8 billion, and the stock still carries a very rich valuation with a PE that is now around 150.7. Now this tells you that Palantir is at a stretch of imagination, and is one of those names that is keeping the market pricing it higher. Now Palantir is one of those names that have turned into a full-blown battleground stock. It has become a company that people either love or absolutely cannot stand, and that alone tells you just how much attention it is getting. The stock has had an enormous run over the last several years, and more recently it has been trading in the mid-130s with a market cap in the mid-300 billions. A beta that has remained high and a valuation that still sits far above what most traditional software investors would ever call reasonable. And that is exactly why the stock stays controversial. It is not a company anymore but is a debate. Now, Palantir gives a very unique story in the market because it is not being treated like a normal software name. It is being treated like a strategic AI infrastructure company, and that is a big reason why investors keep circling back to it. Palantir's latest quarter intensified that conversation. Now, one of the things that stands out the most to me about Palantir is how much of the growth story is being driven by the US side of business. And that matters because when people talk about Palantir, they often focus on the big dramatic narrative around government contracts and defense. But we see that the commercial side is also growing fast enough to be part of the real story too. Now, this is where things are still getting interesting, that if you take a step back and look at what Palantir has been doing strategically, the company keeps pushing the same basic message. AI is not a toy, it is not a demo, it is something that can be deployed inside real organizations, inside real workflows, and inside real decision-making systems. The company is trying to position itself as the layer where data, operations, and AI actually come together. And when you see new partnerships, new integrations, and new customer expansions, you start to understand why the market keeps rewarding the stock with such a premium. And that brings us to one of the most important recent announcements, Palantir's availability on Google Cloud Marketplace. In the official announcement, Palantir said it is now available on Google Cloud Marketplace with two-way integrations between BigQuery and Foundry, plus deeper connectivity between Gemini and AIP. That is a big deal because it makes Palantir easier to buy, easier to deploy, and easier to connect to existing enterprise cloud workflows. In plain English, this means Palantir is trying to make itself less of a separate island and more of an embedded layer inside the systems companies already use. And that is where the story gets a lot more compelling. Google Cloud Marketplace is basically a storefront for enterprise software. So if a company already lives on Google Cloud, the friction to discover and adopt Palantir gets lower. BigQuery gives customers a large-scale data warehouse. Foundry is the layer that helps organize and operationalize that data. Gemini gives customers another major model family, and AIP is the part of Palantir that connects those models to real enterprise workflows. So the whole point is this partnership is not look two tech companies shake hands. The point is that Palantir is getting closer to the center of the AI stack. That is why the Google story matters so much from an investor standpoint. Palantir is not trying to beat Google at everything. It is trying to become the operating layer that helps companies actually use the cloud, the models, and the data they already have. That is a very different business model than chasing shiny headlines. It is a much more practical pitch and will help you make sense of the data, connect the workflows, and turn AI into something that can be used in the real world. And if Palantir can keep landing itself inside that kind of infrastructure, the market is going to keep treating it like a much bigger company than a normal software vendor. If you benefit from this content so far, please like, share, and subscribe, and also consider supporting us as a member and also in the Patreon section. Now, the Google announcement also fits into a much larger pattern. Palantir recently said that GNP, Seguros, Mexico's largest insurer, expanded Foundry and AIP across all lines of business. That's another strong signal, because insurers are exactly the kind of companies that live and die by data, risk claims, fraud detection, underwriting, and operational efficiency. When a company like that expands Palantir across the business, it tells you the platform is not just being tested in a corner. It is being pushed deeper into the core of the organization. That matters because insurance is one of the best examples of what Palantir is actually trying to do. You have fragmented systems, messy information, slow decisions, and a lot of expensive mistakes. If the data is not connected properly, if Foundry and AIP can help a company like GNP Seguros make faster decisions, cut down on fraud, and bring more of the workflow into one connected operating system, then Palantir is no longer just selling software. It is becoming part of the mechanism that helps the business run. That is the kind of sticky relationship investors dream about when they talk about enterprise software moats. And then there is the other announcements that have been coming up recently. Now, I cannot go without again talking about valuation, because this is where the conversation always gets a lot more intense. And if a stock already is trading around 134 and the market cap is already sitting near 345 billion, then everything that comes after has to be judged through a very demanding lens, and the street is not pricing Palantir like a normal software company. One of the reasons the stock gets such a massive premium is because the application set is so broad. Palantir's footprint stretches across government, enterprise, cloud infrastructure, AI deployment, and industry-specific workflows. And still, the risk is very real. A company can have an incredible narrative and still see its stock get ripped apart if expectations become too high. And honestly, that is a part of what makes this stock feel a little bit like the early days of other iconic high-growth names. People keep trying to decide whether they are watching a temporary hype cycle or the emergence of a genuinely category-defining company. Now, one thing I want to point out is that the valuation debate is not just about emotion, it is also about math. If Palantir stays around the current market cap and continues to grow fast, then the upside case remains alive. So when people ask whether Palantir can reach some massive future target, the honest answer is that it would require a combination of things. And what makes the Google Cloud deal, the GNP Seguros expansion and other partnerships so powerful together is that they all point in the same direction. They all say the same thing in the different languages. They say Palantir is getting more embedded, more connected, and more useful in the real world. And this is why I think Palantir is such a unique company in this AI wave. And right now, a lot of AI companies are purely focused on models, chips, and raw output. But Palantir lives in a quieter part of the economy, in the systems underneath the systems, and lives inside insurance, construction, defense, healthcare, and cloud workflows. Personally, I would say Palantir is one of those names that deserves respect, but also caution. I understand why the bulls are excited. The revenue growth is real, the guidance is strong, and the market cap expansion is real, and the AI narrative is real, the Google Cloud deal is real, and GNP Seguros expansion is real. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know your thoughts. And please remember to make God first in whatever you do.